Hi, Taylor T. Carlson here, and today we're going to take a trip back in time to when Nickelodeon first started making sitcoms. I actually found this used over at Zia Records here in Vegas a few weeks ago. This is Hey Dude, the complete series. Hey Dude being the first sitcom that Nickelodeon ever made, starting in 1989. This had paved the way to a lot of other successful series, and by the end of the 90s, Nickelodeon was pretty much a powerhouse for kids-focused sitcoms. I'll unbox this release, I'll share some opinions, and let you know if I recommend this release or not. Now, I actually found this pretty cheap used in a local shop, like I was saying. I don't know if this is still in print or not, but in either event, let's take a look at what we got here. Nice cover art there with our characters, the logo for the show. There is our spine. Back cover has a description of the show, as well as the bonus feature that's included in here. Inside the packaging, and these are repackages of earlier released Shout Factory season sets that were sold separately. So season 1, disc 1 and 2, season 2, discs 1 and 2, season 3, discs 1 and 2, season 4, discs 1 and 2, and season 5, discs 1 and 2. And then if I take the first and last discs out, there's actually a listing of episodes that's printed inside the case. So there's a look at that. There were 5 seasons total that were crammed into that period from 1989 to 1991. Although the show was only produced within a relatively low time frame, they managed to get out 65 episodes, and these actually aired in repeats over the years for, well, many, many years. I mean, when I was a kid growing up in the 90s, even though I didn't really get into Nickelodeon until after Hey Dude's cancellation, the show was, still airing in reruns for several years thereafter. Hey Dude, which once again was Nickelodeon's first sitcom, revolves around Benjamin Ernst, who's an accountant from New Jersey who relocates out to Tucson, Arizona with his young son Buddy to purchase the Bar None Ranch, a dude ranch, which is a very popular tourist attraction. He has several teenage employees who've been working at the ranch for years, as well as a few that are relatively new, including people like the inept, scheming, but lovable Ted, the lifeguard Melody, wealthy horse trainer Brad. And over time, the cast does change a little. Some of the later seasons actually phase out some older characters and bring in a few new ones. But it follows pretty standard sitcom conventions. Usually they'll have like an A plot and a B plot that sometimes intersect. Hey Dude certainly shows its age, but it is a pretty solid sitcom, and it's a lot of fun to revisit 30 years later. Its popularity would eventually be eclipsed by other sitcoms that would follow, like Clarissa Explains It All and Pete and Pete, but I definitely respect Hey Dude's place in Nickelodeon history as their first sitcom. It is very funny, and the young actors are actually pretty fun to watch. A lot of the people who are in this show, Hey Dude was their only acting credit. They haven't acted before or since. And a handful of the actors and actresses here would go on to other fairly successful roles. In particular, Christine Taylor, who portrays lifeguard Melody, would go on to appear in the 1990s Brady Bunch movies, and she would also marry actor Ben Stiller. So how does this set measure up? Is it a show that's worth revisiting, not only because of the quality of the show, but also the quality of this package? Now, you do need to keep your expectations in check when it comes to a show like Hey Dude. It didn't have the highest production values, and you also have to keep in mind this was shot on videotape, so there's going to be serious limitations as to how good you can make the show look. It does look like, when you're watching this, you're watching a very clean VHS tape. Like, there aren't really a whole lot of negative anomalies, but it's like, it's never going to look any better than that just because of the nature of the source material. I think this does justice to what this show was, and if nothing else, I'm sure this at least looks a little better than when you would watch it on an old-fashioned TV set back in the day. We only get one bonus feature in the set, and that's from disc 2 of the season 1 set, that being the interview with Christine Taylor. Overall, though, I got a pretty good deal on this set because I found it used in a local shop, but I think if you come across this set for a good price, it's certainly worth buying, and I definitely recommend getting this over any of the previously released individual season sets, since you get everything in one convenient place here. What are your feelings on Hey Dude? Do you think this is one of the best shows Nickelodeon put out back in the day? Comment down below and let me know what you think. Also, remember to subscribe to this channel for more content because I'm always posting new videos, and make sure you give this one a like if you found it helpful. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll see you next time.